You've probably heard about turmeric. Maybe you even take it every morning with tea, in a smoothie, or as a supplement. And for good reason. Turmeric is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant superstars, especially for those of us over 60. It's known to support joint health, protect the heart, and even help keep the brain sharp. But here's something that might surprise you: turmeric doesn't work well with everything. In fact, there are 3 everyday foods, yes, common items found in most kitchens, that can block turmeric's healing power. Even worse, they might actually turn this helpful spice into something that causes digestive discomfort and inflammation. You could be doing all the right things, taking your turmeric daily, eating healthier, trying to support your aging body, and still not getting the benefits you expect. Why? Because of what you're combining turmeric with. In this video, we're going to uncover the 3 foods you should never mix with turmeric, and I'll explain exactly why they interfere with its effects. If you want to get the maximum benefits from turmeric, especially as you age, this is something you don't want to miss. Let's dive in. Number 1. Processed dairy products. Let's start with one of the biggest hidden culprits that can completely block turmeric's healing potential: processed dairy products. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute. I thought cheese and milk were just everyday foods. What's wrong with adding a little creamer to my turmeric latte or sprinkling some shredded cheese on my eggs? Well, the answer might surprise you. Processed dairy is more than just milk. It's a category packed with preservatives, artificial flavorings, emulsifiers, and stabilizers, all of which can make it harder for your body to digest not only the dairy itself but also the nutrients you're eating with it. For older adults, digestion naturally becomes a bit slower and more sensitive over time. That's perfectly normal. But when you add these synthetic ingredients into the mix, your body has to work overtime just to process your food, let alone absorb something as delicate and powerful as turmeric. And here's where it gets more interesting. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric that gives it its bright yellow color and all its wonderful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers, is already poorly absorbed by the body. On its own, it passes through the digestive system with very little actually getting into your bloodstream. That's why we often talk about pairing turmeric with black pepper or healthy fats to boost its bioavailability. But when it comes to processed dairy, the opposite happens. Many processed dairy products contain a protein called casein. Now, casein isn't inherently evil, it's naturally found in milk, but studies show that casein can bind to curcumin and similar polyphenol. When this happens, it prevents the curcumin from being properly absorbed. Think of it like this: turmeric is trying to deliver a package of healing nutrients to your cells, but casein locks it inside a box and throws away the key. That means all those anti-inflammatory benefits? They never make it where they need to go. And if that wasn't enough reason to reconsider the cheese drawer in your fridge, processed dairy often contributes to inflammation, especially in individuals who are lactose intolerant, sensitive to dairy, or prone to conditions like acid reflux, bloating, or IBS. So while you may be reaching for turmeric to ease joint pain or support digestion, pairing it with processed cheese or a flavored yogurt could be doing more harm than good. Let's break it down with some real-world examples of foods you might be eating every day that fall into this category. American cheese slices, often used in breakfast sandwiches or scrambled eggs, are one of the worst offenders. They're heavily processed, loaded with stabilizers, and offer very little nutritional value. If you're adding turmeric to your morning eggs and topping them with a slice of this cheese, you're essentially canceling out turmeric's benefits before your day even starts. Another common example? Powdered coffee creamers. These might seem harmless, especially the ones that advertise themselves as non-dairy. But many of them are packed with hydrogenated oils, thickeners, sweeteners, and, yes, even traces of dairy proteins like casein. If you're sipping on a turmeric latte made with one of these creamers, you're not getting the anti-inflammatory effects you're hoping for. You're likely just getting sugar, chemicals, and a nice yellow color. Let's not forget sweetened yogurts. These often get labeled as healthy because they contain probiotics, but many are full of added sugars, artificial fruit flavors, and thickeners that make them more of a dessert than a health food. Adding turmeric to a sugary yogurt doesn't make the yogurt better, it just dilutes the turmeric's power. And what about prepackaged shredded cheese? This kind of cheese is often coated in anti-caking agents to keep it from sticking together, and those ingredients can interfere with digestion too. If you're mixing turmeric into a cheesy casserole or sprinkling it on a baked dish with processed cheese, you're again blocking the very benefits you're hoping turmeric will bring. So, what's the solution? The good news is that there are plenty of delicious and healthy alternatives that won't interfere with turmeric, and may even help it do its job more effectively. Start with unsweetened almond milk. It's light, easy to digest, and doesn't contain any dairy proteins that interfere with curcumin. It's an excellent base for turmeric teas or golden milk. Oat milk and coconut milk are also great options. Both are creamy and satisfying, and when used warm with turmeric and a dash of black pepper, they can create a powerful anti-inflammatory drink. If you're looking for something a little thicker, homemade cashew cream is a wonderful alternative to dairy-based creams and sauces. It's simple to make, just blend soaked cashews with water and a pinch of salt, and it adds a rich texture to soups, sauces, and dips without any of the additives that get in turmeric's way. And if you absolutely must have dairy in small amounts, opt for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and use it sparingly. Greek yogurt has a higher protein content, fewer additives, and it's easier to digest than many flavored or processed options. Just be sure not to mix it with turmeric in large amounts or on a daily basis if you're relying on turmeric for inflammation support. In summary, processed dairy is one of the sneakiest saboteurs of turmeric's effectiveness. While turmeric is a true superfood, its healing potential is only unlocked when paired with the right ingredients and protected from the wrong ones. Processed dairy, filled with artificial ingredients, difficult to digest proteins, and inflammation-triggering additives, simply doesn't make the cut. So next time you reach for your turmeric, think twice about what you're eating it with. Your joints, your digestion, and your overall wellness will thank you. Number 2, vinegar-heavy foods. Now, let's move on to the second food group you should never combine with turmeric, and this one might really surprise you: vinegar-heavy foods. Yes, those tangy condiments and salad dressings you reach for every day might actually be reducing the effectiveness of turmeric, and even causing some unexpected side effects. At first glance, vinegar seems harmless, even healthy. After all, apple cider vinegar has been praised in health circles for its potential benefits in digestion and blood sugar control. But when it comes to pairing vinegar with turmeric, especially for those over 60 or anyone with a sensitive stomach, it's a whole different story. Here's the key issue: vinegar and other acidic foods create an overly acidic environment in the stomach, and that acidity can actually destabilize curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. Curcumin is already known to be very delicate. It doesn't survive well on its own and needs specific conditions to be absorbed effectively into your bloodstream. When it encounters too much acidity, like that from vinegar, it begins to break down before your body has a chance to absorb it. So, even if you're taking turmeric daily to fight inflammation, support digestion, or protect your memory, the vinegar you're eating with it might be cutting its benefits short. From a scientific standpoint, this has everything to do with your body's pH balance. Turmeric works best in a stable, neutral to slightly alkaline environment, basically, the kind of conditions where curcumin can stay intact long enough to get absorbed. But when you eat a meal loaded with acidic ingredients like vinegar, you lower the pH of your digestive tract. This low pH, or high acidity, makes it hard for curcumin to survive. And it's not just that you're losing the benefits of turmeric, it can actually trigger digestive irritation, especially if you already struggle with acid reflux, gastritis, or stomach sensitivity, which is common in older adults. Now, let's take a look at some everyday foods where this acidic trap hides. One of the most common offenders? Bottled salad dressings, especially vinaigrettes. These are usually made with a vinegar base, whether it's balsamic, white, or apple cider vinegar, and sometimes even contain added preservatives and sugar. People often sprinkle turmeric into their salads thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. But when that turmeric mixes with a vinegar-heavy dressing, its benefits can get wiped out. Another big one? Ketchup and mustard. These condiments are staples in most American households, used on sandwiches, burgers, and in dressings. Ketchup is not only acidic but also contains a good dose of sugar, which adds another layer of inflammation. Mustard, depending on the type, can be quite harsh as well. Eating turmeric-laced foods or supplements alongside these condiments is like trying to swim upstream. You're working against your body's natural rhythm. Then there are pickles and pickled vegetables. These are often brined in vinegar, giving them their signature tang. While fermented foods can be beneficial for gut health, their high acidity can be a major problem when eaten alongside turmeric. Many people enjoy a side of pickles with lunch or add them to sandwiches without realizing the interaction that might be happening in their digestive tract. Don't forget about coleslaw and potato salads, especially the kind you find at delis or grocery stores. These dishes are often made with a vinegar-based dressing, and while they may seem like a lighter side dish, their acidity could be undermining your turmeric intake, especially if you're taking it around the same time. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to say goodbye to flavor. There are simple swaps and timing tricks that can help you keep enjoying these tastes without harming turmeric's effectiveness. First, try making your own salad dressings at home using ingredients that actually support turmeric absorption. One of the best combinations? Extra virgin olive oil, fresh lemon juice, and a pinch of black pepper. Not only is this mix flavorful and easy to make, but it also contains healthy fats and piperine from black pepper, both of which boost curcumin's bioavailability. If you really enjoy pickled vegetables or vinegar-based dishes, consider spacing them out from your turmeric intake. Instead of eating them together in the same meal, try consuming vinegar-heavy items at a different time of day. For example, if you're having a turmeric tea or supplement with breakfast, save your pickled items or vinaigrette salad for dinner. This simple separation gives turmeric a better environment to be absorbed and used by your body. Another helpful tip is to moderate your use of acidic condiments. You don't have to eliminate them completely, just be more mindful of when and how often you pair them with turmeric. Use fermented vegetables sparingly, and if you love adding that tangy touch to your food, opt for lemon juice instead of vinegar. Lemon is acidic too, but when digested, it becomes alkaline forming, which is more favorable for turmeric's absorption. Lastly, always listen to your body. If you notice discomfort, bloating, or reflux after eating turmeric with vinegar-based foods, that's your body's way of telling you something's off. And as we age, our digestive systems become more sensitive to these interactions. What once felt fine at 40 may cause irritation at 65. That's why these small dietary adjustments can make a big difference in how well you feel each day. While vinegar isn't necessarily bad, it becomes a problem when it competes with turmeric in your digestive system. The goal here is not to eliminate vinegar forever, but to understand how it interacts with turmeric so you can make smarter choices. Give turmeric the right environment to work, and it will return the favor by reducing inflammation, supporting your digestion, and boosting your overall vitality. Number 3, sugary cereals and baked goods. Now let's talk about a food group that feels comforting, familiar, and, let's be honest, pretty irresistible at times: sugary cereals and baked goods. These are the treats we often reach for in the morning, during a midday slump, or as a little dessert after dinner. And while they may satisfy your sweet tooth or bring back a sense of nostalgia, pairing them with turmeric could be undoing everything you're trying to achieve for your health. You see, turmeric is known for its anti-inflammatory powers, right? That's one of the main reasons so many people, especially those over 60, turn to turmeric to help manage joint pain, heart health, brain function, and immune balance. But what many don't realize is that refined sugar, which is a key ingredient in most cereals and baked goods, is the complete opposite. It's pro-inflammatory. That means instead of calming inflammation like turmeric does, sugar actually ignites it. When you consume sugar, whether it's in your frosted cereal, a muffin, or a slice of banana bread, your body quickly spikes its insulin levels. This sudden rush stresses your metabolism, creates hormonal imbalance, and slows down digestion. It's like stepping on the gas and the brake at the same time. Now imagine trying to add turmeric into that chaotic internal environment. It simply can't do its job. The body is receiving conflicting signals. Turmeric is trying to reduce inflammation and protect your cells, while sugar is triggering inflammation and oxidative stress at the same time. The result? Turmeric's power gets muted. Let's dive a little deeper into the science. Sugar increases what's known as oxidative stress in the body. That's a fancy way of saying it contributes to the production of free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells, speed up aging, and increase the risk of chronic diseases. At the same time, sugar promotes the release of inflammatory markers, which are signals your body sends out when it feels under attack. Turmeric, on the other hand, does the exact opposite. It reduces oxidative stress and suppresses inflammatory markers. So when you combine the two, they essentially cancel each other out. This is especially important to understand if you're someone dealing with or trying to prevent conditions like arthritis, heart disease, or brain fog. These are all inflammatory conditions. Turmeric can help manage them, but only if it's supported by the rest of your diet, not sabotaged by it. Now let's look at some common offenders you might be eating without even thinking twice. Frosted cereals like Corn Flakes, frosted wheat, and sugary oat cereals may seem like a quick and easy breakfast. But they're packed with added sugars that spike blood glucose levels and trigger inflammation. Plus, they're often low in fiber and protein, which your body needs to stay balanced. Commercial muffins and pastries, even the ones labeled as healthy, often contain more sugar than a candy bar. You might even come across trendy turmeric muffins or turmeric granola bars. Sounds healthy, right? But if they're loaded with brown sugar, molasses, or syrup, you're still creating that clash between sugar and curcumin. Granola bars are another sneaky one. While they're often marketed as healthy snacks, most store-bought versions contain high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, or rice syrup, which can quickly turn that healthy snack into a pro-inflammatory bomb. And let's not forget pancakes or waffles, especially those made with white flour and drenched in syrup. They're classic comfort foods, but when combined with turmeric in your morning latte or smoothie, you're negating its benefits before your day even begins. So what can you do instead? The good news is, you don't have to give up comfort food. You just have to make smarter swaps that work with turmeric, not against it. If you enjoy a warm breakfast, try unsweetened oatmeal. Add a dash of turmeric, some cinnamon, and a sprinkle of flax seeds or walnuts for healthy fats. You can sweeten it naturally with sliced banana or blueberries, which are antioxidant-rich and much gentler on your blood sugar. Love toast in the morning? Go for whole grain bread with almond butter, then sprinkle a little turmeric and cinnamon on top. It's delicious, satisfying, and keeps blood sugar stable, all while allowing turmeric to do its anti-inflammatory magic. Want a smoothie? Skip the sugary yogurt and juice base. Instead, use unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk, add a handful of spinach, a scoop of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and fruits like berries or a small piece of banana. If you like it a bit sweeter, go for a small drizzle of raw honey or maple syrup, natural sweeteners that are less processed and have anti-inflammatory properties of their own. If you're really craving something baked, try making your own muffins at home with whole grain or almond flour, no refined sugar, and natural sweeteners like mashed banana, dates, or honey. Add turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger to the batter, and now you've got a snack that supports your health, instead of undermining it. In summary, when it comes to turmeric, refined sugar is not your friend. It works against everything turmeric is trying to help with, whether that's reducing pain, easing inflammation, or supporting your brain. The real danger is that sugar hides in so many foods we think are harmless: boxed cereals, bakery items, and snacks labeled as natural or healthy. But now that you know what to look for, you can make simple, powerful changes. Swap out processed sugar for more natural options. Pair turmeric with whole, nourishing ingredients that let it shine. Because when you give turmeric the right environment, it can truly deliver all the healing benefits your body needs, especially as you age. Turmeric is one of nature's most powerful allies, especially as we age, but only when used the right way. While it's tempting to add turmeric to everything, combining it with the wrong foods can quietly block its benefits or even cause more harm than good. Processed dairy, vinegar-heavy foods, and sugary cereals or baked goods can all interfere with curcumin's absorption, reduce its anti-inflammatory effects, and upset your digestion. But the good news? Now that you know what to avoid, you're already one step closer to getting the full healing power turmeric has to offer. By making just a few smart swaps, like choosing plant-based milk, homemade dressings, or low-sugar breakfasts, you can truly unlock turmeric's potential to support your joints, heart, brain, and overall wellness. Small, mindful changes today can lead to a healthier, more vibrant tomorrow. Your body will thank you for it.